For the last 10 years, the Buffalo Bayou Partnership has been on a mission to clean up the bayou. The waterways snake through downtown, and each week anywhere from 500 to 700 bags of trash are collected from the waters there. But that doesn't stop Bayou Dave, who is on a mission to keep the water clean. So Dave, how often do you guys go out on Buffalo Bayou and collect trash?
We come out 5 days a week, Tuesdays through Saturday.
And do you ever, I guess, get frustrated with seeing so much trash on this precious resource?
Of course I do, because I'm an environmentalist. So I love seeing nature at its best. And whenever we come out and you see all the trash, or you see maybe a bird that has a piece of plastic bag on him, you know it's frustrating, because you know that animal didn't have anything to do with our pollution.
Right, right. And you guys are, I guess, constantly fighting. So where does the trash actually come from? Is it people just throwing it into the bayou? How does it get here?
No, what actually happens is that people litter on the street level. So when they litter on the street level, it ends up washing into the storm drains. And from the storm drains, you get a rain, and it washes into the gutters. Into the gutters and the outfalls. It spits from the outfalls directly into Buffalo Bayou and creeks and other bayous. And so when everything comes into the bayou, it washes into the Port of Houston, and from the Port of Houston into the Gulf of Mexico.
And that's where we really have a problem.
Yes. Yes, I don't know if you're aware of the Pacific trash dump or not, but the Pacific trash dump at this point, it's a vortex that collects trash from all over. It's not just one place. And all this trash collection right now is larger than the size of Texas.
My God, incredible.
So that's the reason why it's so important at this point and at this level, because we're actually catching the trash before it reaches the Port of Houston, before it can make it to the Gulf of Mexico and to contribute to the trash dump. So right now, you know, I do videos and pictures so I can make people aware, because most people aren't aware that that one cup, you know, collects with everyone else's cup, and it turns into a huge problem on the bayou.
Absolutely. Now, how much trash do you guys collect on the average week from the Buffalo Bayou with your efforts?
On the average week, we'll collect between 500 and 700 bags on the average week.
500 and 700 bags.
Yes. And what ends up happening by the end of the week, we'll have 2 dumpsters that are full. And those dumpsters are 30 yards apiece. And that equates to about 12 dump trucks a month of trash that we take out of the bayou. And you have to understand, this is only one waterway. This is only one bayou. You have other creeks, and you have other drains that connect to this one bayou, but this is only one waterway that's being cleaned. So what about the waterways that aren't being cleaned? What about that trash that misses us and ends up into the Port of Houston, or ends up in the Gulf of Mexico?
Now, do all the bayous have an effort like the Bayou, the Buffalo Bayou Partnership? Do all the bayous have a group that works to clean it up?
No, and that's the point that I'm making. We're the pioneers of, you know, cleaning up on the bayou and actually trying to make a difference. That's the reason why I always, you know, have a slogan of saving the world, because I actually feel like this is my contribution to saving the world. A lot of people just aren't aware of it, but Buffalo Bayou Partnership had already started this over 10 years ago, you know, just coming out in John boats and trying to clean up on the bayou. And when I came in, I was driving the Bayou vac. It's a vacuum boat. So we've made modifications to the vacuum boat, along with setting up booms along the Buffalo Bayou containment booms that catches the trash. And so we have vacuum boats, we have community service workers that come from the Harris County courts, and they come out and they help us clean up on a daily basis.
Never-ending battle.
Never ending. And then sometimes we'll get to the point where you'll come out on the bayou and you'll say, man, it's beautiful, and I think, you know, we're good. And then you get another rain. When you get the rain, we get to start all over again.
Now, Bayou Dave says only a few years ago they used to find 3 to 4 bodies in the bayou. Now that's only down to about 1 a year. And of course, the partnership is looking for volunteers, so reach out to them if you want to help clean up Buffalo Bayou.